I've lost 180 pounds with a combination of carnivore, keto, and counting calories. I reached my goal in November of 2022, and over the past year and a half, I've noticed the scale went up about 8 pounds. Let's experiment with carnivore and counting calories and see what improvements I can make. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hey there, I'm stepping on the scale this morning, 161.5, down 5.5. Yay, us, we're kicking it now. Hey there. So really quick, I just want to touch base with you. I took a screenshot of my numbers so we can talk about it here. So on July 14th, my starting weight was 167. Then on July 21st, it was 163, so I was down 3.4. So then July 28th, wait, 7th month, yeah, okay. So, sorry, July 28th, it was 164.9, so I went up a little bit. So then I was down 2.1. Then August 4th, I was 163.5, so then I was down 3.8. Then I got sick. You know, I had all that sinus stuff, and I was on steroid shot and all that good stuff. Anyway, so I didn't weigh between August 4th, but then when I was better, I weighed on August 19th, and I was 162.4, so I was down 4.6 pounds. So this morning we weighed, today's the 30th, and I was 161.5. So far, I'm down 5.5 pounds. So we got 4.5 to go, and then we'll be we'll be where we should be. So, all right, bye. So you might notice a little difference in my hair. I'm not really sure, but remember I told you all I wanted to get that little zoop going. Well, I called my friend Angie, who was my hairdresser, and she was able to get me in. And so on my lunch break, I ran over, and she was fast. I was in and out in like right at less than 30 minutes. So anyway, so yeah, so I got the back of my hair cut and kind of evened up. Told her what the problem with my hair is, because, and it's not my hair's problem, it's my eyes problem. So my eyes are so, still so jacked up that I'm having to do this. I'm having to look through the lower parts of my lens. And so when I do that, it makes this bottom part appear longer. And whereas if I were to look straight ahead, it would be more like that, which is more normal. But because I have the other issue, so anyway, so she did it in a slight angle, not a whole lot. I would like it a little bit more, but it's all right. This is good. I think I'm gonna leave it alone for a while. But anyway, so yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of funny. I'll show up on the same video and be like, hey, I got my hair trimmed. So she didn't do my layers. I don't have her do my layers. I just wanted my length done. So here it is. You go. That's it. Anyway, so that's that. So lunch today, I've got my 3 burgers and my ketchup and onions, and this is how that looks. I had it in a little container, and then I microwaved my burgers today. I don't microwave my burgers hardly ever, but today I was like, yeah, I want them a little warm. So I just did it for 1 minute. It's the low watt microwave. So it's really more like 30 seconds for like a regular high power microwave, because it's one of those small ones, So it's not hot and it's not warm. It's more like room temperature. Not hot, not cold. So anyway, so that's what I went for today. And yeah, so that's what I'm having. I'm very hungry. It's 10:30. And so I'm real super hungry. Like I said, something I want to tell y'all. And I remember this from coming down the first time. You're going to get hungry sometimes. And I remember that, as I was losing weight the first time, there were times when I got hungry, like just my stomach growling. And I also, like if I had an off day, like a day of eating more than what I should, or eating, I don't know, something that was higher sugar or whatever, the next couple days were so hard. So that's something else to remember. If you're carnivore and you go somewhere and you eat some fruit, or you eat a bite of, I don't know, a keto treat or whatever, and you're gonna have a few days of trying to get back on track and being hungry. While I was sick for those few weeks, 2 weeks, however long it was, I was drinking broth every day. So that was keeping me kind of satiated between meals. And I'm not doing that anymore. So now my body this week is having to adapt. So I've been a lot more hungry this week on top of, my female thing going on. So anyway, just want to let you know that you're going to get hungry. There's just no way around it. We can't stay full. We can't. That's my happy place, and I can't stay full all the time. But you know, we'll get to be less hungry whenever we reach our goal. I mean, nothing you do, anything you do, you start a new job and you have to deal with trying to learn the computer, or trying to learn the program, or trying to figure out what you're supposed to do. You go to school and you have to learn how to write your ABCs. So whatever you do, there is that time frame of adjusting. So, just like with life in general, many people like myself, I'm an instant gratification person. I'm an instantaneous person. I see something, I buy it. I see something I want, I buy it. I see something I want to eat, I buy it and eat it. And so a lot of us, not everybody, but a lot of us are instant gratification. And so feeling something that's uncomfortable is not always easy for us. And so that's kind of, for me, hunger is not easy. And but I didn't feel it too much, like, well, before I changed to this. When I was maintenance for the year and a half, I didn't feel hungry that much because my stomach was, I didn't let myself just get empty to refuel. So each stage of my journey, I'm learning something different about myself. So I don't know how it's going to affect me in the future. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to stay eating with the burgers, and then, if that's the case, then maybe I know I'll make some ground beef. I like ground beef texture too. So I don't really know. I don't know what the future holds. I just know I'm just doing what I'm doing, and excuse me, I'm learning as I go along. And like I said, so let's say I decided I wanted to stay eating the meat that I'm doing now. Good grief, sorry. Say I want to stay eating the meat that I'm doing now, then I would add another burger to one of my meals for a while. So if I'm around we'll just say I'm around 1750 calories. So I think the burgers are like around 250-ish calories. I could be wrong, but anyway, let's just say 250 for math purposes. So if I'm doing 1750 now and add on another 250, so 17, 18, 19, 20, so it'd be right at around 2,000 calories to add one more burger. And so then so I could do something like that whenever I reach maintenance, like say, so whenever I get to where I want to be, I could do something like that. I just add one more burger at lunchtime or supper and have 4 burgers, and then 3 burgers at the other one, and just kind of see how that goes. Because what you want to do when you get to where you're going, you want to slowly increase your food. So you don't want to just say, all right, I've reached my goal, I'm going on back to the real foods. You have to slowly add stuff. So the way Kim Howerton told me to do it was to add back more fats, because at the time I was super lean, and she said to add back more fats. And so in doing so, it was like I changed from the 93% to the 80-20. Like with these burgers right now, I'm doing the 85%. So what I could do is either stick with this and have a seventh burger, or lower to the 80-20 burgers and see how those macros look. So I like I said, I have no idea. We still got 4.5 pounds to go for me to kind of be satisfied with where I am. So, but when I get there, I'll let you know. All right, I will see you guys later. Bye. You guys, so I made my coffee again, same way with my stuff. And I asked my nurses if they wanted to try it, and some of them said yes. They didn't like it. I think I put too much of the espresso in it, and I put a little too much of the of this stuff. This has an aftertaste, so whenever you use very much of it, it kind of, they were like, it's like there's a bad taste, like back here, like on the back of my tongue. Whoopsies. But anyway, so I keep asking one of my nurses, I'm like, do you feel like flying yet? She's like, no, I'm ready to fly out of here. I'm like, what you mean? But anyway, so I made me one. I made one and then divided it out between them, and 3 of them couldn't drink it. So one of them dumped hers, and the other one poured hers into mine. And then the other one gave hers to the one I keep checking in on her. I'm like, can you hear colors yet? She says, no, it doesn't do that to me. I'm like, okay, just checking. Anyway, all right, see you at supper. Bye. How's this? How's that for a car full? We're at a stoplight. I'm not driving. Oops, I am now. Bye. All right, we're on my little side street. Do you know how long of a drive 1 mile is? When you got that in here? So we got him, he's hungry. Where's back Callie? See him, he's back there somewhere. Yeah. It's a long drive, you guys. It's a long drive with that in your ear. When you can only go 25 miles an hour. This boy is something else, I'm here to tell you. All right. Well, I'm going to go feed these. I'm going to go feed these wild things. I call Mom on the drive home, but usually whenever I get off work, but I sure can't do it when I got this thing in the car. All right. I'll talk to you all later. Bye. All right, here's how it goes down. It's like a clown car. They just keep coming. All right. So then they impatiently wait up here. Sorry. Some of them run out. Two of them ran to get a drink. All right. Now I'll see y'all at supper time. Callie and Baxter ran outside. They got to make sure they keep everything checked out back there. Make sure something hasn't happened in the backyard while they were at daycare. Now they're ready to eat. All right. Hey there. Listen, we're all friends here. I'm your friend. You're my friend. I ain't got a bra on, and that's how it's going to be. It's just going to be for these next 5 minutes. I'm going to put one on, then have to take it back off. I'm going to put on just for y'all. We're family. Families ain't got to wear bras together. We can just let it all hang out or down, whatever the case may be. Anyway, hi, I'm home from work. And the dogs have been fed, and shockingly, nobody's in here drinking. So I'm going to talk to you now while I can. Let me tell you about what we have for supper here. Supper's a little different animal. I had some ground chicken in my refrigerator. It was defrosting, and I had full intentions of making something profound with some ground chicken as rice. No. So what I have is, let me just tell you what all's in this bowl. 7 ounces of 93% ground beef. 6 ounces of ground chicken. I have salsa. I have not sour cream, yogurt. I have some banana peppers, and I have some fat-free cheese in here. And I've seasoned it up with some different Southwest type seasonings. And that's going to be supper. Hang on. My BFF is texting. I don't want to leave her hanging. Just a second. Okay. So anyway, what I want to tell y'all, be honest with yourself. Sometimes I watch that show, My 600-Pound Life, and you got to be honest with yourself. Like a lot of the people will be like, I'm following your diet. But then when they show scenes from when they were home, no, they're still eating things. They're still eating candy. Chips, fast food, pizza, whatever. So, my thing is, be honest with yourself. You can lie to other people all you want to, but you can't lie to yourself. You know what I mean? So, like today, I'm tracking my macros, and I'm being honest, I could have had my 3 burgers, or I could have just scanned in my 3 burgers and not scanned in all this stuff that I'm eating tonight for supper. But you got to be honest with yourself, because if you can't be honest with yourself, how are you going to know later on when you're stalled? You know what I'm saying? So even if you're just at the beginning stages of, I'm just going to shop the outer aisle and eat those foods and not track, that's perfectly fine. But hold yourself accountable and admit to yourself when you have a ding dong, when you have one bite of a piece of candy, if you have a bite of an ice cream cone, whatever. And you don't have to beat yourself up for it, but still own it. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing I think that for me, before this, is I didn't own what I did. It was like, I don't know how. My skinny friends eat the same things I do, and they can lose weight, but I can't. No, that's not true. They didn't binge on weekends. They didn't eat, bags of chips, or family-sized bags of chips on the weekend, family-sized bags of candy on the weekend, tubs of ice cream on the weekend, tubs of sour cream and salsa and queso, and and so the skinny friends, that's not what they're eating. You know what I mean? So at that time, I just was like, they're just lucky they've lost weight. No, they're just honest with themselves. So, like I said, this is not at all what I planned on eating this evening, but I tracked it and it's included in my macros. So you're going to see the full macros at the end of this video, because I want to be honest. I want to be honest with myself, and I want to be honest with you guys. So if my weight's up next week or whatever, and I do bad over the weekend, I want you all to be able to, I want to be honest with you guys. I don't want to say like, I don't know why my weight's up, must be hormones. No, it was, the extra salsa that you don't normally eat, or it's the whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever I end up eating tomorrow. I want you to be honest with yourself first and foremost. It's okay to not track every bite if that's what you're doing. If you're not tracking, then okay, cool, don't track every bite. But if you are tracking every bite, track every bite. Be honest with yourself, because if you don't have that data in front of you to know that you were eating 5,000 calories one day and 1,000 calories the next day, you're not gonna be equipped with the knowledge to know what you need to tweak and what you need to fix. So that is something huge that we need to do, is be honest with ourselves. So I just want to share that with you. So this is, a taco bowl, whatever you want to call it. My ice cream tonight, my frozen protein tonight is, it's a half of a serving of pecan sticky bun. I don't know where the other half went, but it's half of a serving of pecan sticky bun, half of a serving of the Equipped chocolate. I don't know when I made this, but I did. And it's got gelatin in it and allulose and water. So that's what this is. So that's what I've plugged into my macros. That was a good decision. It's like a chocolate, honey bun, not honey bun, bun, sticky bun. Yeah, buddy. I don't know which Terri did it in the past, but good job, Terri, in the past. It's good texture. I just usually get a pretty good texture with the keto chow. Sometimes it doesn't get the thickness I like, but that's a good one. All right, so I'm gonna let y'all go because I'm gonna go eat. But again, be honest with yourself. I don't care what you tell other people. That don't matter to me. But what matters is being honest with yourself so that you are empowering yourself to know what you did right and what you did wrong, so that way you can keep doing it or change it. That's the key to this whole thing, is you have to learn and grow from what you're doing and how you're losing weight. All right, I love you guys. I'm going to eat. Bye. Here's my honest macros for the day. I love you guys. Thanks for watching.